Pro Truth. What's going on? You know I like doing these court cases. Um, somebody came to me a couple of weeks ago and told me that the Judge Mathis court cases is fake. I'm fine with that, but I'm sure that most of these cases are based on a true story because a lot of this stuff does happen. So whether it's fake or if it's real, a lot of this stuff does happen. But we're going to go ahead and get into this court case. A brother is getting sued for child support, but I'm not really going to focus too much on that, brothers. What I'm really going to focus on is the fact that these women should not be choosing a man by themselves. These they definitely need help because a lot of them that make these choices are making bad choices. And I don't know what it is. I honestly believe that women of America love chaos. I think they like chaos, and they don't do as the word that my brother here used, vetting. They don't vet these men, and I don't think these men vet these women properly. And brothers, another thing you'll notice that these women will make decisions because of their friends. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this court case, and I'll be chiming in throughout the video.
Plaintiff Sylvia Stokes says the day after she met the defendant, she asked him to move in. Sylvia admits that she cheated on the defendant, and when she became pregnant, she didn't know who the father was. Sylvia claims a paternity test revealed that the defendant was the child's father, and she's suing him today for child support. Defendant Jesse Figures says he joined a gang when he was 12 years old, and despite his parents' efforts, he ran the streets until he ended up in prison. Since being released, Jesse hasn't even gotten a traffic ticket, but he's been unable to get a job due to his criminal past.
Start with you.
Brothers, before I'm gonna let you know, the judge is going to get on him because, in my personal opinion, after hearing the brother's story as to why he can't get a job, I feel like that he was not proactive or he didn't take the necessary steps that he should have to get a job or a career. But his excuse will be because he has a criminal record. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Well, in 2004, me and Mr. Figures met. I really wasn't looking for a guy, but my cousin introduced me to him. And when he knocked on the door, I mean, Your Honor, he was drop dead gorgeous. I mean, just the way he looked, everything about him was just beautiful. And so we began talking, and that night, we had a beautiful night, and the next day I asked him to move in. Well, yeah, I did. And when he moved in, I knew he was pursuing his rap career, which I understood completely. And, he would go months at a time. And so we didn't know each other. He would go like out of town for like shows or just whatever have you, like just to promote his rap career.
And help pay your rent, obviously?
No, he did not. While he was going through shows, I just got lonely, and I was just like, I'm kind of fed up, and I didn't want to do it anymore.
How long did he live with you without paying anything?
6 months, maybe.
He wasn't making any money in the rap game?
Well, he was making some, but just not enough to support the household.
Go ahead.
And so, I met another guy, and when I met another guy...
Moved him in the next day, too?
No, I did not. No, I did not. We were just friends, and so when I met him, I told Mr. Figures, like, I found somebody else. He thought I was joking, and so he came home the next day. And when he came home the next day, I was at work. And so what he told me was that the guy was in his underwear playing the video game. I highly doubt he was in his underwear, but that's what he said.
This is the new guy.
I highly doubt he was in his underwear. That's what you worried about? You got another man inside the house. You got this man that's coming over to find out what the hell is going on. And your response is, I highly doubt he was in his underwear playing video games. That's your concern? You could have had these two men brawling, And I've repeated. I'm gonna repeat this same thing, brothers. You don't ever fight over a woman. In this day and age, these women don't belong to you. I hate to say it. These women don't belong to you. You should have, brother. That brother should have just moved on. I'm sure maybe he might have went over there to get his stuff, but you should have never tried to go over there to fight for that woman. The fact that she let you know that she had another man in the house. If you was to go over there, you should have just got your clothes and whatever stuff you have at the crib and left. Because at the end of the day, brothers, these women today, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care.
Yeah, I agree with that.
This could have ended up. Well, we about to see, because luckily he's still alive.
I
And
want
I'm
to say,
assuming. I'm assuming the other guy's alive. Well, yeah, he's alive, or else he'd probably be in prison. But come on, man, brother, you don't fight over no woman. You fight for your woman if she belongs to you. But again, these women don't belong to anyone. What were you gonna say, bro? I'm sorry.
oh, no, my fault. Judge Mathis is going to say exactly why it happened the way it did. He's going to point out the situation she put these men in, like as far, not, I'm not going to say she put them in it, but just think about it. If this woman is basically letting you stay with her and taking care of you and all you can do is play video games, a lot of men are going to take advantage of that. You know, a lot of men that don't have nothing going for themselves. He even made a joke about, are you still doing it? Like to basically say that I would take that situation up. So he's just pointing out that there's going to be men out here that just will take advantage of your some of the, like, you know, you just trying to be there for him, and that's why he probably like, oh, he took this easy lick for me.
Right.
Like, this is my lick, this is mine, you know. And I think he was using her. But that's it.
Probably was. And brothers, let me just go back just a little bit. She was introduced to this guy by her cousin. So I wonder if her cousin knew. Well, basically he has a criminal record. Do you think that he knew? I mean, did you think that the cousin knew that he had a criminal record? More than likely he did. But it's just crazy that she even moved the guy in the next day. And brothers, if you notice her, and this probably ain't even a big deal, but she is kind of a heavy-set woman, but not that heavy. So, I don't know, brothers, I keep telling you, there's a lot of eligible men out here, and these women will pick bums to deal with. Why, I don't know. But let's go ahead and continue.
Yeah.
How long had you gone with him?
Probably like maybe a month.
Okay, so he didn't work either?
Yeah, he worked.
Nights?
No, he didn't. No, not nights, but he did have a job.
Let me tell you what you're telling me. You say you met the defendant, and one day later, you moved him in.
Yes.
And never gave you any money. Then, you started dating another guy. He's at your house during the day when you at work, playing videos in the nude.
That's pretty much it, yeah. That's true.
Go ahead, what else, ma'am?
It was just he came in, he called me at work, told me he was moving out because of whatever, they got into it or whatever have you. And so I told the new guy, like, you know, I kind of want to work it out. So Mr. Figures came back 2 days later, and that was...
Are you crazy? Now you got the other guy, he had to move out, and she said she wanted to work it out. Brothers, you know, that back and forth, that on and off relationship stuff, brothers, y'all can't be doing that. Most of these women out here are batshit crazy. And maybe it's because of the food that these people are eating. But come on, you only going to get yourself in more trouble. But let's continue.
It was July 4th. And 2 weeks later, he left again. So me and the other guy hooked up. Well, 2 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. I didn't know who the father was. And so the child was born on the St. Patrick's Day. And so Mr. Figures came to the hospital and...
St. Patrick's Day?
Yes.
Looked like Doyle, did it?
No, it didn't look like that.
I knew you could say something like that.
Go ahead.
So, you know, they were both at the hospital and a fight started. It was just a big mess.
Yeah, I don't blame them. I'd be fighting too. That's a good deal they had with you, Doc. If I got a woman that will let me come in and play videos all day in the nude, don't have to give her a dime, or I can go on the rap scene and whatever money I make, I put it in my pocket or smoke it up in weed or blunts or whatever and come home, don't have to give her a dime, I'd fight over you too. You still got those deals going?
No, I don't.
All right, go ahead.
So after the hospital incident, you know, I told Jesse, you know, we need to take a blood test. So we supposed to
Went
take
to Maury.
No, we didn't.
All right.
No, we didn't go to
People
Maury.
go to Maury to make the determination and then come to me to enforce it.
No, we didn't go to Maury.
Let me hear from you, sir.
I mean, she gave us a whole brief description on everything that happened. First of all, I love my kids. Unconditionally, I love my kids.
How many you have?
I have 7. 5 that's mine and 2 that's not mine.
How old are you?
32.
Go ahead. What else you want me to know?
Okay, they range from 13, 14. Even the ones that's not mine, they still mine. I got custody of my 4-year-old daughter right now. Been taking care of her for 3 years straight without no help. Now, I love my kids unconditionally. That situation that happened with her, that is true, but I was giving her money.
At the time you were rapping, you were bringing home money?
I was giving her money, and her mama can bear witness that, because her mama loved me. And when she also found out that the baby was mine, it was no question. Okay, the baby man came out looking like me. I came to the hospital to come check on my baby to see, this my baby? It was my baby. He come in there ignorant, acting belligerent. So,
New with his video games.
Hey, however it go, and you know, I stood my grounds. So that comes all about that, whatever. Down the line, her mama called me and say he's beating on her. So he beating on her because he found out the baby wasn't his. I come up there, beat on him. Stay in the crib with her for about 6 months, cause he busting in the doors, he kicking in windows, he stealing from the kids. I had to change the locks on the doors and everything.
Man?
That's true. I'm not gonna.
Now, brothers, he did all that for her. All of that. She was getting mollywopped by the other dude, helping her out. Well, I don't know how much. I can't even really speak on finances, but he basically saved her when it came to her getting beat up. And yet she still has the audacity to take this man to court for child support. I'm telling you, man, these women don't care. I'm telling you, brother, these women, they don't really love you. They claim they do, but they really don't. But let's continue.
Not gonna lie about that. He rescued me.
What year was this?
That was in 2007.
All right. Fast forward to the child support you're suing for today.
Well, we have 2 children, and
what's the amount?
$23,226.15.
What do you?
I'm surprised that man ain't $23,000 in child support. And this, you know what the sad part is? She knew he ain't had no job.
That's nuts.
That's crazy, bruh.
God damn.
23,000, and you already knew this man had no job. Only thing he had going for him, which, and then I guess he ain't succeeded in that, is a rap career. I keep telling you, brothers, a lot of these women be I really believe that women love chaos. They love chaos. They love confusion, and then by the time they turn 45, then is now I want me a good man. They had all their fun in their 20s, half of their 30s. But by the time they turn 40, now they want to get their life together. I wouldn't be surprised if she going to school. She just started going to school maybe 2 months ago. Let me go ahead and get my degree. I'm about to get my life together. And she got 2 kids with this man. 2 kids. Brothers, y'all, we got to plan better when having kids. I'm not going to really put it too much. Well, I am going to blame the woman, too. I'm blaming her. But, brothers, your seed is expensive. Because I don't know how much he's paid in child support, but $23,000. Your seed is expensive, especially you black men. Most of these races want to have a child with a black man. Y'all black men are powerful, whether you believe it or not. Don't let nobody else tell you that. Let's continue.
What are you reading from? That's horrible. When's the last time he paid, man?
This was the last time he paid the
What
child
year?
support. This year was the first and last time he paid child support.
First and last since
Yep.
07?
Yep.
Sir, let me hear from you.
Yes, sir. A little bit about me, my background. I'm from Altgeld Gardens, Chicago, South Side. I was in the gang since I was 12 years old. I seen some of my best friends die. That is no excuse. I lived my life on the edge. I had a father and a mother that was there for me. My father was coming to get me out of gang meetings and drug houses, and I still didn't learn my lesson. So I ended up going to prison and having a bad background. Now, during my incarceration, I felt like all that, this is not me, and it shaped and molded me. So since I've been out of prison since 2004, I haven't had a traffic ticket. But I've been trying to get jobs. It's hard for me because of my background, and I feel like they not judging me on my character, who I am today. They looking at my past. Now, there's no excuse. I done had 4 jobs since 2007, and I don't know why they weren't giving her the money or it didn't catch up at the time.
Why couldn't you give it to her? I don't understand.
I mean, I was giving
the
her the
job
money.
didn't get her pregnant. What do you mean you don't know why the job didn't give her the money?
Sorry, Your Honor, excuse me. I was giving her money and coming to get my kids. She was bringing my kids to me also.
Okay.
So what I could give, I was giving. But as far as the child support, this is what I'm saying. No job, that they don't look at it like that. It's no child support. So that got to come from your employment. I can't get a job.
Well, here's the thing, bro. I'm not gonna let up on that woman either, because to me, she did you dirty. She really did you dirty, because you actually helped her out, and she still turned you into the white man, which is what most women will do. If they don't feel that you're doing your job, guess what? They're going to get the white man to do it for them. They are going to get the white man on you, a.k.a. the government, the courthouse, the judge. That's what they're going to do. But here's my problem with you, brother. All that rap career that you tried to do, it didn't work out. You should have went to a community college and tried to get a skill under your belt. You could have easily got a skill, and I'm sure she probably would have helped you pay for it. You was living there for free anyway. I'm sure she could have probably helped you pay for it, and you could have got you a skill under your belt. So you really, even though you keep saying you have no excuses, you keep making excuses. So I can't give you that. I get it. You came out of jail or prison. You got a record. I get it, but you still have no excuse.
Right.
And from what I see now, they actually have apprentice. Is it apprentice? Yeah, apprenticeship program for a lot of people too. I got you, real. So, and I've seen it. Matter of fact, where I live at, the Toyota dealership has an apprentice, and I know you don't live in my city, but they have an apprenticeship for mechanics. So,
Oh, that's nice.
yes,
Oh,
they
wow.
had another one for HVAC. So again, you have no excuse.
Nice.
But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he is making an excuse to, and he has 7 kids, so it is something that we need, to mandate for kids, safe sex, and being more responsible, because he 7 kids, and you. I'm not even gonna go. He did get her out of a very abusive situation. She agreed. She admitted to that.
Hmm.
I don't understand when it comes to the fact that he was in and out of jail, he was in a gang. What did she think she was going to get out of him by putting him on child support? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if you know this man doesn't work in a legal job, and you're pretty much forcing a man to be in that environment, and I know he doesn't even probably like being in that environment. What did she think he was going to do?
Right.
And I'm not saying that she shouldn't have did it, but it's just when I think about a man that said he's been in the streets his whole life since he was 12, I think of like, what was she? I don't know. I don't get it. Oh yeah, I forgot that if she wanted to get like food stamps and stuff or something, they have to put him on child support. Isn't that true? Like they have to, if she needs government assistance for other stuff, they have to put him on child support.
Yeah, she has to put. Yeah, she does. She has to put him on. The system has to put him on
I
child
could say
support.
that probably she didn't intend to do it, but then there was probably some promises made that he was going to get his shit together, and she probably now held him up to. But he got 23. Golly, that's just for one child too. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That man, there ain't no more excuse. That man should not be doing nothing but literally just trying to work his ass off to get himself. He shouldn't have no time to be no damn rapper. He need to go get him a something that's more like assured for his life, because that's just crazy.
Exactly. And brothers, ain't nobody. Look, man, it's like maybe 1%. I don't even think it's even 1% of Americans that actually make it make it real good as a rapper.
Less than 1%.
Less than 1%. Less than 1%. So I am going to blame the plaintiff because she chose him. And she knew that this guy wasn't really doing anything. But according to her, they had a lovely night and she moved him in the very next day. So that only tells me that a lot of these women, if they get some good pipe, oh yeah, you good. You good to go. Don't fuck it. You ain't gotta even be an eligible man. All you gotta do is lay down some good pipe. That's it. Brothers, lay down some good pipe and you'll be able to move in with your little PlayStation or Xbox. You're good to go. Sheesh.
I've been trying. It's hard out here for me because of my background. And I really have been trying.
Did you go to
I
school?
wouldn't be here right now today.
Did you go to school?
Yes, sir.
What
I
did
was
you
going to
train?
Parkland College. I was going to Parkland College in
Okay, and what
Champaign.
type of training, degree, or training?
I was going to get my GED. I got my HSED when I was incarcerated. But when I found out that I was incarcerated in Wisconsin, that it didn't count in Illinois. So I had to go back to school and get my GED. But while I'm in school trying to get my GED, I'm taking care of my 4-year-old daughter.
And? Couldn't take care of your daughter?
What does that even mean that you were taking? What do you mean taking care of your 4-year? I know what it means, but were you taking care of her also financially? Brother, you got, at 32 years old, you got 5 biological kids, and then you're taking care of 2 children that doesn't even belong to, that's not yours biologically. So you're taking care of 7 kids according to you. And only one of them, I guess, for you, lives with you. None of this is making sense. Where are they even living at anyway? She moved you in. Come on, man. We brothers, we got to do better. And then on top of that, I'm going to go back just a little bit. The man said that his parents was trying to keep him out the streets. His father. And yet he kept going back. So usually I'd be ready to blame the parents, but I can't even blame the parents. I can't. And brothers, sometimes you might have to move to get your children in a better environment. Chicago, I've been to Chicago, but I've never really been inside the city like that. Sometimes this is where planning comes in, brothers. When you having children, you have to plan. Because most of the time, y'all are running around here like this brother here, running around here with his head cut off with children. And he don't know what to do. And his kids are supposed to, what is he going to teach his children? What exactly is he, as a father, going to teach his children? Because all he is considered right now, all he is an OG. That's it. Because he really can't teach his children about life. He could only teach his children about the mistakes that he made in the past. Because he doesn't know anything about life himself. Let's continue.
Go to get your GED?
I mean, it's hard for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I got news for you. You got women who ain't tough, ain't been in a gang, who work 2 jobs, who take care of children, and don't make any excuses.
And I'm not sitting here up here trying to make no excuses.
Since 2004, you haven't been able to get a GED. You blame that on your 4-year-old child? You've been out of prison since 2004. What do you say about the other years? What stopped you from getting the GED?
I've been pursuing my music career, sir.
Oh, that stopped you. Okay, you couldn't do both? So you got an excuse for everything, essentially.
Nah, I ain't got no excuse.
Yes, you do. I said, why can you get a GED, which advances your education, which puts you on the road to employment opportunity? Because without something, you're not going to get a job these days.
Yes,
and a lot of people have criminal records, myself included. And since 2004, you haven't been back to prison?
No, sir.
You got plenty of people from the same gang you were with. I'm sure I know guys like that who've done worse. So have you had a murder case? Because I know a couple guys in Southside Chicago who had murder cases, came out of prison after doing a murder bit and went and got a skilled trade or went to college. And now they're leaders in their community. You know some of the peacemakers, the ceasefire guys?
I do community leaders with Fred Hampton Jr. also.
All right, and Fred Hampton Jr. was a street guy. His father was a Black Panther, got murdered. But he's got an education. So, you know, you need to stop that, man. I know you're probably just running that on me to get some sympathy, but you know I'm not giving you any sympathy on that.
Nah, I ain't looking for no sympathy.
You only had 1 conviction, right?
No.
How many you had?
2, 3, 4.
All right, so second chance is not enough for you.
The brother said, he asked him if he had 1 conviction. That nigga said 2, 3, 4. What? Bro, you had 4. Come on, man. We got to forget it.
But I'm saying I don't think you're doing your best in terms of pursuing the ability to pay for all these children you produce, sir. You can get a GED, you can go right around there to Malcolm X College. You can go a lot of these community colleges. They have direct-to-work programs where they get ex-felons. They have ex-offender programs specifically designed for ex-felons because corporations get tax credits for hiring ex-felons. There's a second chance act by your own congressman on the South Side, Congressman Danny Davis. Have you ever been a part of any program for ex-offenders?
Yes, sir. I've been a part of the CHA program for ex-offenders where we go up there and talk to them about ex-offenders getting jobs and landscaping companies with WeThePeopleMedia.com.
All right.
He went up there and he was a guest. I guess he was a guest speaker, but you don't have a job? Again, what is he going to teach anybody?
Yeah, he did not take advantage of the opportunities he could have had. He definitely just had a lot of opportunities, and he just put himself like it's not even a point of bringing it up because it just sounds crazy.
Exactly. Oh, brothers, brothers, you have OGs and you have elders. Again, OGs, they ain't teaching you nothing but about the past. They only going to teach you about the mistakes that they made because they don't know nothing about life, which he doesn't. An elder is going to teach you about life, and they're going to give you life lessons. They're going to teach you they're going to give you a little bit of knowledge, wisdom, and advice. That man really can't teach anybody anything. He actually had opportunities, didn't take it. But you out there try to teach children what are you actually telling these kids if you don't even have a job yourself? And I remember seeing a show where ex-offenders they did some of them was able to go into lawn care. So again, he had an opportunity to go into lawn care, landscaping, and instead you just telling the younger kids that probably got themselves in trouble that they could do landscaping, but you not doing it. Does that really make sense? And you out here talking about a rap career. Rap career. So you just going on shows, making a couple of $100, and then you back at the crib. Come on, man.
Did you benefit from it on the other? Did you get a landscaping job?
No.
Why?
I just went up there and spoke for the convicted fellas that's not getting no
You need to
jobs.
join, not speak for him, sir. Join them.
Yes, sir.
All right, $5,000 is his judgment. He has no legal defense to paying. He just can't pay, and I don't think you're doing your best, sir. You could have done a lot better. What you do, and I advise ex-offenders all the time, keep getting an education until you do get a job. If it's 5, 6, 8 years, you have a PhD by then. It's judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day. 5,000.
I know that you're trying to be a father, and I just hope that you be in your kids' life a little bit more, and I hope that you call them more often and just be in their life, because that's what they want.
Man, listen, I ain't got the fact that you had to take that man to court. To me, I get it, but you already know the nigga ain't got no money. So what are you going to court for? Because now he still got to pay that money back that you got. That don't even make any sense. So I have no respect for you either. You got some good pipe. You move him in the next day. Then you get 2 kids out of him, and you already know that this nigga don't have a job. This is crazy. But brothers, we got to do better, man. We really got to do better. I could have tore into this woman if I wanted to, but I just want to just point some things out because it just shows how stupid she is when it comes to her judgment. Y'all ladies that looking for a man, I advise you to get advice from your brother, your uncle, your dad, a male family member that got his head on his shoulders. Because I guarantee you that if one of her brothers or maybe her uncle or her dad would have probably told her not to choose this guy. And brother, to you and all you brothers, y'all need the rap. That thing with rapping, that shouldn't even be a number one priority. And if that is a number one priority, y'all better have a backup plan. This brother had no backup plan. I don't know how much they make it for shows, but he's just a local artist. So that means that dude is just going from small city to small city, probably getting a couple of hundreds, and he probably still got to pay some. The thing is, you got a lot of other stuff you got to pay for when you going on these tours, when you going to these shows. I'm sure he had to pay the musician, the producer, and all these other people. So by the time he's done, he probably got maybe about $500-600 in his pocket, if that. And that's if he's popular. Brothers, we got to do better, man. Both of these two, the defendant and the plaintiff, is silly as hell. But that's pretty much it, brothers. We got to do better. That's pretty much it. I'm out.